5 ugly aging habits that make you look older. Let me sit with you a while. Pour yourself a cup of tea or coffee, or whatever keeps you grounded, and lend me your ears. I won't be long-winded just for the sake of it, but I will be honest. And if I'm honest, then I've got to start by telling you this. Most people don't age. They wear down, and there's a mighty difference between the two. See, growing old isn't the enemy. Time is no villain, it's a teacher. But if you don't listen to the lessons, time becomes a thief. It'll rob you of your joy, your vitality, your peace, and even your beauty. Not because it's cruel, but because you never learned how to walk with it. You tried to outrun it, hide from it, or ignore it altogether. I'm not speaking from a book or theory. I'm speaking from 70-plus years of life. I've seen faces grow brighter as they aged, glowing like fine candles even in their twilight years. And I've seen faces, once youthful and proud, become dull long before their time, dragged down not by age, but by habit. Ugly ones, silent ones, slow killers. And if you don't become wise to them now, they'll creep into your bones and into your soul without you ever noticing. Aging is a blessing, but looking old, feeling old, being old before your time, that's not aging. That's decay, and much of it you bring on yourself. Now, I know you've heard the talk about wrinkle creams, Botox, serums, collagen powders, and gym memberships. That's all fine, but if your habits are rotting the roots, no amount of paint on the house will keep it from crumbling. You have to start from the inside. You have to become someone time respects, not someone time punishes. What I'm going to share with you aren't just surface-level fixes. These are habits, the silent decisions you make every single day that slowly shape your skin, your spine, your spirit, and your story. Now, these habits I speak of, they're ugly. Not because they make you less of a person, but because they make you less than you were meant to be. They dim the light in your eyes. They tighten the heart. They drag your energy into the dirt, and worst of all, most people carry these habits like old friends, never questioning them. But I'll tell you the truth, it's not the lines on your face that age you, it's the lines you believe about yourself. It's not the graying of your hair, but the graying of your dreams. It's not your knees that make you old, it's the weight of regrets you never released. So before we begin, I want you to do something for me. Take a breath. A deep one. Not the kind you give when someone tells you to relax. I mean the kind you haven't taken in weeks, maybe even years. The kind that goes all the way down into your belly. Feel that? That's life. It's still in you, and it wants to rise. You're not too old. You're not too far gone. You're not stuck. You're not sentenced to this slow decline, but you do have to wake up, and you do have to choose differently. In this journey we're about to take together, I'll walk you through the 5 ugly aging habits that make you look, feel, and live older than your years. And I'll show you how to break them, not with willpower alone, but with wisdom. The kind that only time can teach. And lucky for you, I've got plenty of it. So, if you're ready, let's walk together. And let's trade decay for dignity, fear for freedom, and slow death for soulful living. Your years are not your enemy, your habits are. But that changes now. Part 1. Neglecting the spirit. When you stop feeding what's eternal. You ever seen someone whose face just faded? Not wrinkled, not sagging, not aged, but faded. The sparkle gone from the eyes, the warmth missing from the smile, like the flame in their soul had quietly blown out without anyone noticing. You can always tell when someone has neglected their spirit. It shows up like a shadow behind the eyes. You can dress it in expensive clothes, cover it with flawless makeup, or flex it at the gym, but if your spirit is starved, it will tell on you. One of the ugliest habits that makes us look older isn't found in a mirror. It's found in a hollow spirit. You stop praying. You stop hoping. You stop singing. You stop seeing the wonder in things. You stop asking deep questions. You stop believing in something bigger than yourself. And that ages you quicker than any gray hair or crow's feet ever could. Listen to me. Your soul was never meant to live on autopilot. When your spirit starves, it drags your body with it. And no doctor, no lotion, no vitamin can fix a spirit that's been forgotten. That's why some 30-year-olds already seem weary and bitter, while some 80-year-olds dance like spring is still in their step. Do you want to know the secret of youthful people? It ain't Botox. It's purpose, it's faith, it's light inside. And you've got to protect that light like it's your last candle in a storm. When you wake up every day, and your first thought is dread or boredom or anger, your body hears that, your face wears that, and your posture reflects that. But when you fill your soul with something eternal, prayer, worship, laughter, gratitude, even silence, you feed what does not age, and that presence will shine through your very skin. You want to look younger? Revive your soul. Talk to God again. Cry if you need to. Sit in awe of a sunset. Forgive someone, even if they don't deserve it. Speak truth, even if your voice shakes. Start each day by thanking God for anything, because thankfulness is like oil in the lamp of your spirit. It keeps the flame alive. Don't let your soul go gray before your hair does. Feed it, speak to it. Listen to it, because your spirit, if you nurture it, will carry your youth far longer than your bones can. Part 2. Bitterness. The wrinkles no cream can touch. Let me tell you something I learned too late. Bitterness doesn't stay in your heart. It moves, it spreads. Like mold in a forgotten room, it seeps into everything. Your speech, your shoulders, your skin. I've seen people who are physically healthy, eat right, exercise daily, but they still carry something in their face. Tightness, heaviness, a kind of ugliness that has nothing to do with looks. That's the toll of bitterness. And no beauty routine in the world can fix what resentment does to the soul. It tightens your mouth, it furrows your brow, it makes your smile forced. And worst of all, it keeps your heart in the past. Bitterness is a time thief. It doesn't just make you look older, it locks you in old moments. Moments you should have let go of, moments that don't deserve to control the rest of your life. But you carry them, don't you? Someone hurt you, someone lied, someone left. Someone betrayed your trust or crushed your dreams or didn't say, "I'm sorry." And instead of dropping that burden, you packed it in your soul like poison and said, "Fine, I'll carry it." And you have, but now it's showing on you. It's on your face, it's in your walk, it's in your silence. Bitterness is like drinking salt water. It doesn't quench the pain. It just makes you thirstier for revenge, for justice, for closure that may never come. Let me tell you something old and true. You don't forgive people because they deserve it. You forgive because you deserve peace. And that peace, it's what unlocks youth in your face again. There's a softness that returns to people once they let go. I've seen it time and time again. Their posture changes, their tone softens, their eyes shine again. It's like their soul finally takes a breath. Bitterness makes you look old, even if you're young. But forgiveness, it's a divine anti-aging power. And here's the best part. It costs you nothing but your pride. You don't need to talk to them again. You don't need to act like it never happened. But you do need to let go for your sake, because carrying that grudge, it's aging you. It's burdening you. It's draining you. And you were never meant to grow old, carrying what was never yours to hold for so long. So today, before you think about creams, serums, or spa treatments, look inward. Ask yourself, what wound am I still bleeding from that no one else can see? Then hand it over to God, not for them. For you. Free your spirit from the poison. Watch your youth return, one soft breath at a time. Part 3. Living in the past, when yesterday becomes your identity. Let me tell you something that might sting a little, but it's said in love. Some of you aren't getting old. You're just stuck in a time that doesn't exist anymore. There's a difference between remembering and reliving, and too many folks confuse the two. They live in the good old days, or the what could have been days, and meanwhile, life keeps moving past them. and they wonder why they feel empty, lost, tired. Now, don't get me wrong, I cherish my memories. The smell of my mama's cooking, the sound of a vinyl record spinning on a lazy afternoon, the thrill of young love, the laughter of my children's little voices, that's all sacred. It's beautiful to remember. It keeps the soul warm. But when you build your house in the past and try to live there, you forget how to live now. And when you stop living in the present, you start aging faster than your years. You know how you can spot someone who's living in the past? They talk about what they used to be. They get bitter when the world changes. They get stuck in regret. They say things like, if only, or back when I was, more than today I will. You cannot rewrite yesterday, my friend, but you can ruin your today by replaying it over and over and over. Regret is like dragging dead weight behind you every day. It bends your back, it slows your walk, it steals your laughter. It dries up the light in your eyes. You were not made to live backward. God created time to move forward for a reason. Maybe you lost someone and your heart never recovered. Maybe you let an opportunity slip through your fingers. Maybe you messed up. Maybe life turned out different than what you hoped. I know, me too. But you're still breathing. That means God's not done with you yet. That means today still matters. So why are you still living like your best days are behind you? Here's the truth. People who age gracefully don't live in the past. They honor it, but they walk forward. They carry the lessons, not the baggage. They speak of yesterday with reverence, but they look at today with excitement. Don't let your memories become your prison. Don't let your mistakes define you, and don't let nostalgia fool you into thinking everything good is already gone. The past has its place, but it doesn't belong on your throne. You've got more chapters to write. You've got more smiles to give. You've got more sunrises to witness. So step out of yesterday, child. There's beauty waiting right here in today, if you're willing to see it. Part 4. Letting your body go. When you stop respecting the vessel. Now I know this one's hard to hear, but it's got to be said. You only get one body, that's it, just one. And the moment you start treating it like a burden instead of a blessing, it starts aging faster than you can stop it. I've seen it far too many times. People give up on their bodies before their bodies give up on them. They say things like, I'm too old to exercise, or I just don't care anymore. But let me tell you, it's not age that breaks you. It's neglect. Your body is the house your soul lives in. Would you let your roof leak and your floorboards rot and your windows crack and then blame the house for being old? No, you'd take care of it. So why do we treat our bodies like they're disposable? Now, I'm not saying you need to have six-pack abs or run marathons. No, sir, that's not what this is about. This is about respect. Respect for the temple God gave you. Respect for the gift of movement. Respect for your breath, your bones, your heartbeat. Ugly aging happens when we stop trying. When we sit too long, sleep too much, eat too fast, drink too heavy, and breathe too shallow. I get it. Life gets busy. Illness shows up. Pain is real. Trust me, I know. But movement is medicine. Sunshine is therapy. Laughter is oxygen. You are meant to move, to stretch, to use what you've got, not just survive, but live. Let me ask you this. When's the last time you took a walk, not just to burn calories, but to feel alive? When's the last time you danced in your kitchen, stretched your back, or stood barefoot in the grass? When's the last time you chose a meal that healed instead of hurt? When's the last time you drank water like your life depended on it? Because it does. People think looking older is about sagging skin and gray hair. Nope. It's about lifelessness. That's what gives the face a dull look. What slows the step. What brings the hunch. It's not age. It's giving up on the care of yourself. And let me say this plain. Your body is not your enemy. It is your partner. Treat it with honor, and it will carry you well. Start small. Stretch every morning. Walk a little farther. Eat something green. Breathe deeper. Cut the sugar. Drink the water. Lift your arms to the sky and thank your body for still showing up for you, even when you haven't been showing up for it. Because when you begin to care again, your body responds, your skin glows, your eyes brighten, your posture lifts, your face relaxes, and suddenly you don't just look younger, you feel it. So don't let time do what neglect is causing. Don't make aging the excuse. Make it the reason to live better. You've still got strength in you. Treat your body like the temple it is, and you'll be surprised how young it starts to feel again. Part 5. Isolation. When you withdraw from life. Before it's over. Let me tell you the truth. Nobody likes to say out loud. People don't die the day they stop breathing. They die the day they stop connecting. You can see it in their eyes when they withdraw, when they start to fade. They stop answering the phone, stop going to gatherings, stop meeting new people, stop laughing at jokes that used to make them wheeze, and slowly they begin to disappear from life, long before their body gives out. Isolation is one of the ugliest aging habits there is. It doesn't just make you feel old, it makes you old. I've seen people lose their spark not from illness or injury, but from loneliness. They sit alone with their thoughts, and over time, those thoughts turn into whispers of worthlessness. No one really needs me anymore. I'm just in the way. The world's moved on without me. Those lies burrow deep. And what do? They make you shrink, they make you hide. And they make you age quickly. Do you know how many people live like ghosts in their own homes, just waiting for the end because they've convinced themselves they're no longer part of the story? Listen to me. You were not made to live alone. You were not created to walk through life disconnected from others. You were born to belong. Aging doesn't mean disappearing. It means you carry the light now, the wisdom, the memory, the compassion. You are not a burden. You are a bridge between generations, between stories, between what was and what could still be. So get out of the house. Call someone, volunteer, join a church group. Wave at your neighbor. Sit on the porch and smile at strangers. Be the one who reaches out. And don't you dare believe the lie that no one wants to hear from you. There's someone out there, maybe a younger soul, maybe a hurting one, who needs your story, who needs your strength, who needs your perspective, but they won't find you if you're hiding in your own silence. Do you want to know what keeps people young more than anything else? Community, purpose, laughter with someone who sees you, hugs, friendship, family, even the messy kind. Don't grow old in the shadows. Step back into the light. You've still got life to give. And life is always best when it's shared. Conclusion. Aging is inevitable, but growing old is a choice. So here we are, you and I, at the end of this long talk. And maybe you're sitting there thinking about all the habits we've walked through together. Maybe you see yourself in some of them, maybe all of them. And if that's the case, I want you to know something right now. You are not too far gone. Not by a mile, not even close. Aging is going to happen. Your body will change. The years will come. Your reflection will shift. But growing old, growing ugly, that's optional. What makes a person truly beautiful as they age is not the absence of wrinkles or a youthful figure or flawless skin. It's the presence of life in their eyes. It's the gentleness in their words, the wisdom in their silence, the courage in their choices, the joy that refuses to die. And that kind of beauty comes from how you live, not just how you look. So let's look back on the 5 habits we talked about. Neglecting the spirit. When you forget to feed your soul, everything else starts to crumble. Reignite that inner flame. Bitterness. It ages your face and poisons your heart. Forgiveness is your way back to youth and lightness. Living in the past. You can't walk forward while staring behind. Honor your past, but don't get lost in it. Letting the body go. Your body is your partner, not your prison. Respect it, and it will return the favor. Isolation. You were not made to be alone. Love. Connect. Be seen, and be someone others can lean on too. These aren't just tips for looking younger. These are lifelines for living younger, because the truth is, the youngest people I know aren't always the ones with the fewest candles on the cake. They're the ones who choose to stay alive inside. You see, I've seen faces marked with wrinkles but lit with joy, eyes cloudy with age but blazing with purpose, hands that tremble but reach out in love. And let me tell you, those people are beautiful. They wear age like a crown, not a curse. So maybe you've got some changing to do. Good. That means you're still breathing, still growing. Still in the story. Start small, one step at a time. Let your spirit breathe again. Let your soul lighten. Let your body stretch. Let your heart forgive. Let your voice be heard. Let your presence return to this world, not as someone who's fading, but someone who is rising. Because you, my friend, are not done. Your best years might still be ahead, and if you walk with wisdom, with love, and with fire in your spirit, then time will not steal your beauty. It will only refine it, so go on now, live well. Shine bright, and never, ever forget this. You don't stop living because you grow old. You grow old because you stop living. Don't let that be your story.